Well, I'd like to welcome back Tony Berrien of the Hearing Well Club, and coming up on December 10th, they're going to have their holiday open house. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Ken.
Yes, always good to see you.
So we're getting ready for the holidays.
Yes, you are.
And our meeting is early enough, so hopefully it doesn't interrupt with other people's scheduled events. It's on Tuesday, December the 10th. And we're going to do something a little differently this year. We're going to have some holiday treats beyond just cookie decorated, Christmas decorated cookies. So we're going to have some special holiday treats. We have a representative from the Sedgestrom Theater that's going to come by, talk about some of their holiday programs, and it's going to give away 2 tickets.
Very good.
To an event.
That's nice.
And we're going to have some drawings for some gifts, and also we are going to spend a little. Oh, we're going to do a bingo mixer.
Okay. Which
is a bingo card, and you're going to have places on there that are going to say, find somebody who's not from California. Find somebody.
Oh, okay.
So you have to get you got to mix around.
Very good.
It's going to be fun.
I like that idea.
And we also going to spend a little bit of time talking about how to survive the holidays with a hearing loss, because for some, for many, it's a dreaded time to be in a large room with family, and you can't distinguish who's talking to you, can't follow a conversation because of your hearing loss. Even with hearing aids, this is difficult. Normal hearing people can sort of focus and just listen to what they want to hear, just sort of target in. People with hearing loss don't necessarily have that capability.
And I understand that, because even people with no hearing loss, if you're in a room of a lot of people, especially if you're at somebody's house and a bunch of family is there and everyone's talking at once, and that's difficult as it is, because you're trying to maybe devote a little conversation to one person, and yet somebody, oh, hey, how you doing, and all that kind of stuff, and it's hard enough.
But somebody with a hearing loss can actually feel isolated. They could feel alone in the room and feel like they're not connecting to anybody.
Right.
And there's another problem that is more common. I'm surprised every time I talk to somebody and I say, well, when you're in that situation, ask the person just to speak a little slower. Oh, I could never do that. I could never ask them to speak up. They won't advocate for themselves even on that small level. And really, to me, it would be so easy to say, Aunt June, I have a hearing loss, and I so much want to talk to you. So if you could just speak a little slower, that would really be helpful, and I can enjoy the conversation. But they can't say that. So, I need to practice a little bit, I think amongst ourselves in our meetings, speaking up. I did not always speak up. When I first had a hearing loss, I had a telemarketing job selling to foreigners.
Oh, wow.
I sold used medical equipment to third world countries and over the phone. And I had to tell my boss I had a hearing loss because I was failing. And, it took me 20 minutes to get it out. I was so embarrassed. The stigma, I didn't want to be labeled that. It was terrible. So I understand people's reluctance to talk about their hearing loss to somebody, to explain how they could communicate better. I understand that. So we just need to practice a little bit, because I've come a long way, baby.
But you bring up a good point. You've got to tell people that may not understand that you have a hearing loss. They probably don't, they couldn't possibly not even know. And now you've told them, and they're not going to.
A hearing loss is not visible. It's an invisible condition. So I've had people say, oh, you don't look like you have a hearing loss. Well, what does hearing loss look like?
Right. That's true. So that's a good point. I can see how what you're doing next week, the bingo mixer, it's probably less about, okay, where are you from and all that, but interacting, right? Yeah, very good. So, with this time of the year, people are getting together and in big groups like that. And maybe it's a time that they can go to their hearing care specialist and get a little tune-up if they need it, or whatever it might be.
Number one, have your ears looked at.
Okay.
Do you have accumulated wax?
Okay.
Because even with the best hearing aids, if you have too much wax in yours, if you have a buildup, you got to get that out of there, because that'll help. And yes, and get your hearing aids clean. There may be wax embedded in the ear mold or in the cone or something, so get that cleaned out. And the most important thing, though, is to learn how to talk about your hearing loss. And you know, sometimes you don't even have to talk about it. Just say, I would understand you better if you just speak a little slower.
Yeah.
You're not talking about hearing loss.
That's right.
And there's a lot of people who don't have hearing loss, but they have auditory processing issues. So that means the brain doesn't absorb as quickly. You have to ask people to slow down, not related to your hearing loss, just because it takes you longer to process what's being said. So you could just ask for what you need, but first you have to learn what it is you need.
Yeah.
And given examples on how to ask for it. And, you know, in a big party situation, if music is a problem, maybe you could ask the host or hostess to turn down the music.
Right.
Because there's always wonderful music playing in the holidays. So, but it can be a problem.
Yeah, so, all good tips. So,
the hardest problem is the little children.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's...
Getting them to, you know, so you may want to just take them to the other room, you know, in a quiet room and understand them a little better.
Yeah, so, that's true, because children aren't going to, even if you say, can you speak a little slower, then they'll go, way, they'll have fun with it and over-exaggerate it, I'm sure. So this is next week, the Hearing Well Club, their holiday open house, if you'd like to join them, on Tuesday, December 10th, and that is going to be over at Clubhouse 3, the Performing Arts Center, and Dining Room 2 at 1:30. Doors open, and members, there's no charge. For guests, they're $3. And as Tony has already said, if you've never been to one of these, and maybe you're at the point of your life, you know someone with hearing loss, or you're noticing yourself, go to one of their meetings. They're going to help you out.
A lot of people think that we sell hearing aids. We do not.
No.
We don't sell anything.
No.
We just provide support and advocacy for people with hearing loss. So
yeah, really good stuff. Yeah. Good to see you again. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas,
so
and I'll see you in a month or so.
Yep.
All right.
See you in the new year.
All right. You take care.
Thanks.